I recently finished the final chapter by January Gilchrist. Let's talk about it. This book is like thriller mystery. I'm gonna say it's more on the mystery side. It wasn't too like adrenaline rush vibes, but I did end up giving this 3.5 stars. I won't get too deep into the plot sort of summary because I don't want to spoil anything, but the main gist of it is there is an exclusive writer's retreat, and we're following about like 3 different point of views, and everyone has a secret. First, we have Desley. She is just incredibly insecure and just not doing very well. Then we have Colette, who is a pretty popular author, but she's found herself in a scandal, so she's sort of like hiding from that. And then we have Maya, and she's at the writer's retreat, but she's definitely there for alternative reasons. She doesn't really care about the writing side of it. This retreat is set in a forest in the Blue Mountains, which makes it just that little bit more eerie. This retreat is set in the Blue Mountains in a forest, which is actually really interesting because I live like relatively close to the Blue Mountains. I go there quite often, and it just made it that much more intriguing. On top of all of that, it is a little bit eerie as well because we have a past serial killer who used to live here or something happened here. I can't actually remember that part of the story, but there is like that eerie element to it as well. So everyone's a little bit on edge because they know about those stories. Anyway, a storm occurs and a body is left in the snow. So a lot of the story is about trying to work out who did it. And they are trapped there because of the storm. I really liked how easy this book was to read. I felt like the chapters were quite short as well, so it did feel like I was flying through it. It was very easy to read in a small amount of time as well. So if you want like a quick read, this is definitely a potential one for you. I did find it a little bit hard to connect to some of the characters though. I actually really liked Desley, which I didn't think I would at the beginning because she was sort of annoying me, but as I continued, kind of liked her. If I connect to the characters, I'm way more likely to care about where the plot is going and how the story ends and be like super invested. Whereas if I don't connect to those characters, I'm not really going to care where it's going, even if the plot twist is like something I didn't expect. I feel like with this book, I liked some characters and not others. So I was interested in some point of views, and then some of the other point of views I was wanting to speed through. So all of that to say that the writing is great. I actually really liked the story and where it went. I think it was really well done. I like the setting. I like some of the characters. Some of them I didn't very much mesh with, but I do think that this book is worth the read. And of course, a massive thank you to HQ for sending this to me. Had a great time. And then you also sent me this little bonus one. I'll be doing A Neighbour's Guide to Murder in a separate review video, so be on the lookout.